Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to this event. And today, our topic for today, as you all know, is about a natural wall plaster with the brand called Aura. And for the same, we have our expert. Obviously, I will be introducing you to him, and we'll know more about him and more about the product.
Sure.
Before we proceed to the actual presentation, let me give you a little about our platform, Arkihive. For those who are attending the event second time, third time, you guys know this by now, but let me repeat it for you. So basically, we are a platform to explore materials, to discover opportunities, and to network with your other professionals. You can buy and sell materials with us. Apart from this, we also do a lot of design and material talks. This is one of it. And previously, we have done a lot of events with many sustainable materials, many design talks with various architects. So you guys can go and watch those videos on our YouTube channel. Like I've mentioned on the screen, there are examples like agrocrete, interior estimation, interior lighting, earth blocks, many such topics we've covered. So I hope you guys do not want to miss it definitely. So do visit our Instagram and our YouTube for more such events. And I hope you guys enjoy this one too. So this is me, your host for today, Architect Samruddhi Chitnis, and we have with us Divyveer Singh Bhati, who is the founder of Aura. What I've read about him is understanding his roots. Grown up in a desert, he's completely aware of how to maximum use the local source materials, how to do sustainable, eco-friendly building systems, and that is what he's grown up doing. And he's pursued his higher studies in Dehradun, if I'm not wrong. And later on, he's now his aim wholly solely is for Aura is and for the natural wall plaster is to adopt eco-friendly, sustainable, and cost-friendly building systems. So to know more about him, obviously we have here today. Hi, Divyveer. Welcome to the event.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ms. Samriddhi, and hello everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you definitely are. Soon the we will take over. Before that, I just want to give you a review of what you guys can expect for today. So we will start with talking about space and textures. Of course, when we talk about plaster, it is all about the texture and space that how we feel, how we live in. Then we will move to a little of history of where these wall plasters come from and what is the status today. Where do these natural wall plasters stand? Then we'll talk about Aura specifically and the ingredients and manufacturing of this product. We will then compare this product with our regular sand cement plaster so that you guys have a better understanding of it. Then we'll talk about the benefits of it. And when I talk about hands-on experience, those are the projects that the Divyveer has personally worked on. And last but not the least, ask the expert, where you guys can outrightly ask questions to Divyveer, and he's here for you. So over to you, Divyveer.
Yeah, ma'am. Hello everyone. So this side, Divyveer Singh, and I belong from Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Been doing this, started this venture since last 4 years, and it's been a great journey. And so here, like we all are here to share knowledge of natural wall plaster and the impact as like it have on our homes and our surroundings. So so let me give you a brief review of our company. So basically, we are a company based in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, named Desert to Mountains. Hello.
Yeah. I request everybody else to please mute their mic so that we have a better clarity with Divyveer. Please mute your mic, guys. Yes, Divyveer, please continue.
So the whole idea is basically to make ecological solutions using sustainable natural resources of our land. and which is the land of Thar, obviously, and to create such solutions that are good for the society and good for the environment as well. So, as you can see the screen, uh, yeah. So, this product, Aura Natural Wall Plaster, was our very first product, and we have been practicing natural building and all those stuff. And we are also into like textile and some daily use, like daily lifestyle products and all. So this is the whole idea of the company, to make ecological solutions using the natural resources, sustainable natural resources of the land, good for the society and good for the environment as well. So let's go further to here. So what makes a space beautiful? So everyone is, nowadays, using, uh, very, uh, you know, chemically prepared paints and the wall surroundings and all. And obviously, they give a smooth finish. They give a shiny finish, and we just get after those shiny things. Uh, but if you see, if you see the material that they use uh, for these products are not good for your indoor air quality index, and also it is like very harmful. And if you can see, see, like obviously you all are members of construction industry. There's no fixed proportion that we use for the plastering thing. So the plastering is basically a outermost membrane of the shell, just like outermost membrane of the shell. The plastering is a outermost layer of a building. So that uh, if that layer is being covered by natural material and thermal insulative materials, that then we can save huge uh, huge amount of electricity and the energy, and that ultimately leads to less carbon footprint. So let's talk about, if we say that uh, these natural finishes, they guard our homes and our surroundings via, they controls the temperature, they regulates the humidity, and they maintains the indoor air quality index as well. So moving forward, if we see the history of natural wall plaster, so in the ancient times, different geographical regions had their different practices of plastering their homes. So some used cow dung, cow urine, some used coconut shells and mud and other. Basically, what people used to do, uh, they used to plaster, either they used to plaster their homes with lime and sand, or they used to just plaster it with cow dung and mud and all. So those plasters had some meaning, and the meaning was exactly the same. I've already told that they control the temperature, they maintained a good air quality index. So those plasters were very meaningful. But after the industrial revolution, like 1950s, like post 1950, people started using this sand cement plaster, which was never been there. So just like hello,
This
yeah, I'm
disturbance,
audible.
I guess Surya Kanta, there's some disturbance. Can you please mute your mic?
Yeah. So where were you? Yeah. So these plasters, these natural plasters, uh, been had their history since a long time, and and we can see that it is still there in many of our heritage buildings and monuments. And if you ever have been to Rajasthan, there are hundreds of havelis and monuments and heritage properties are there that are being plastered with such materials, and they're still the same. So, and now if we look to the conventional sand cement plaster, there is no guarantee. Like you can see the cracks and shrinkages post 20 days of the application also. So, this product, what we have come with is like it just solves the workability thing, what was the challenge in the natural plasters. So in modern age, like if we talk, so everyone needs a ready to use and a good workability kind of thing. So like they can so here we are, despite the onslaught of modern industry method. Yeah. So the love for and the knowledge, the love has is still there. The people who understands it uh, are uh, are practicing these kind of practices and all. So today, commonly used natural earthen plasters fall into the three main categories, that is clay, lime, and gypsum. So again, I need to like mm, if we talk about lime plasters, then again we have to use sand for its composition or any aggregate to uh, to to make a final mix. So the mining of the sand is already a big issue in Rajasthan and in Uttarakhand and many other states as well. So we have we have s- figured out this thing, and in the place of sand we use some fibers and some local sustainable mud that we can um, that that's there for the reinforcement and like all the needed thing. So nowadays, gypsum is being used just as a plaster. But here, I would like to tell you that please don't compare this thing with a gypsum plaster. Aura is not a gypsum plaster, not like 100% gypsum plaster. So we blend it with clay, cow dung, fibers, and some natural plant-based binders. So it comes in a easy to handle bag, and like you can just use it here on the walls. So gypsum based plasters, just gypsum based like plasters have been used, but like they've been used in like mostly on the interior surfaces. So this aura is like completely different from the normal gypsum plaster we see in the market. So it makes it, obviously, like it makes it 100% good for the exterior surfaces as well. Yeah.
I think Divyveer, on the same lines, next we have a question from the pre-registered participants that what makes Aura natural wall plaster different from others? So maybe you can elaborate on the same.
Yeah, so other plasters, as I've just discussed, that other plasters, if we talk about this sand cement plaster, so there's a huge, a, a very great comparison, uh, like you can see in the coming slides. And if we talk about other natural plasters, then like clay plasters are hardly available in all the geographical regions, and uh, clay plasters are obviously they're a bit tricky to use with, or to apply, and like the whole workability process is a bit tricky, and you can't have mm, a proper mix or the proportionate mix like for the plaster, and the plaster needs to be uh, proportionately mixed. So that your whole of the covering or the whole of the area should have the same strength and durability. So this is the basic um, you know comparison. What and like there are many other parameters, as we'll discuss it in the coming slides. And this is a brief introduction. If you can see the slide. So Aura is made up of using sustainable 100% organic natural ingredients. It is a distinct blend of locally sourced, eco-friendly ingredients that guarantees a stunning wall for like surface and finish, and shows a all-round optimum performance. So it is free from hazardous effect of the volatile organic compounds, what we know as VOCs, and Aura. So uh, like working with this product is really easy. Uh, it comes in a easy to handle, convenient bag, as you can see on the screen, and like you just have to mix it with the water using a drill mixing paddle, and it gives you all kind of surface you wish for. Uh, and it is extremely strong as well. So it is repairable, recyclable, as like when it's done. So like it can be easily decomposed in the soil. So uh, yeah, so yeah, we can. Hello, yeah, I'm audible.
Yes, yes, yes. I've moved the slide. Yeah.
Yeah. So the primary binder or the primary ingredient is gypsum, as you can see, and so this product is based gypsum and cow dung based product it is, and basically gypsum is also a kind of lime only. Lime, like when a sulfuric acid reacts with the slime, then it takes a form of gypsum rock. So then again, it is processed, and so gypsum is of two types. One is synthetic gypsum, and one is naturally derived gypsum. So synthetic gypsum is like obviously they they have toxins in it. So we use 100% natural gypsum that that we source from Rajasthan itself, and gypsum is fire resistant. It controls the moisture, vapor controls, and it is shock resistance as well. So that again helps in regulating the interior climate and air quality of the building. Uh, and obviously, if we talk about gypsum finishes, it gives you the smoothest finish among all. Yeah, we can change. Yeah. So moving forward to cow dung is another major ingredient of our product, and this natural antiseptic and antifungal insecticide, and this material is like I've been um, in this like have been so crucial in selecting these materials. So we only source the gypsum, the cow dung from the nearby gaushalas, uh, which is situated around like 5 kilometers around our factory. So we source the cow dung of only of the desi cows, because the gaushalas, they take care of the desi cows. And yeah, so let me just um, talk about why we use the cow dung of just desi Bharatiya cow. Because if we see the other breeds of the cows, so they like uh, they the the cow dung consists of less fibers, and the desi cow dung contains like it's on the higher side for the fibers. Because desi cow, when it graze in the natural habitat of the thar, and like wherever she graze, she walks and she graze. So that cow dung, like that contains higher amount of fiber in it. So that fiber is again uh, being used for the reinforcement of the plaster. And if we talk about this cow dung, then it also provides a great insulation. So and that's why our ancestors have had used cow dung in their buildings and their surroundings. So yeah, moving forward to next slide. Earthen clay. So earthen clay provides a smooth finish, and it acts as a bonding agent as well. And it enhances the plaster's inherent durability. The natural earth clay absorbs the excess humidity also, and it releases it slowly. So that helps in the breathable quality of the material. So it regulates the temperature again. And so the clay is, it like it as you can see on the screen, it often overlook like uh, it when it comes with a contact of water, it emits negative charges, helping the humans to absorb more oxygen. So that's not a case here. So this also okay. So yeah, the clay is also fireproof, as we can see. Like many of our um, these utensils, cooking utensils are made with clay. So like yeah, so it adds to the fire resistant quality of the plaster and the finishing as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Divivir, we have next question to answer. So, to avoid cracks on walls, do we need to add any fiber reinforcement on base layer of plaster finish?
No, ma'am. We don't have to add any foreign material in the mix. So yeah, so we don't have to add any kind of fiber or anything else in the mix. So the base layer is uh, just done as
Okay,
the final layer. Yeah.
okay, okay. All right, moving on to the next slide.
So this is the basic comparison of like between the sand, cement, plaster, and aura. So the basic composition is the sand, cement, plaster. We see that uh, like it's a homogeneous mixture of cement, just a cement, and that are being produced in the uh, big factories, and they emits a lot of carbon in the atmosphere, in the environment. And here is aura, which is a organic mixture of gypsum, cow dung, mud, like mud and other natural ingredients. and it is a ready mix. So there is no need of sand or the aggregate to make a final mix. So that saves water bodies and like all those things. So uh, talking about the thickness for wall surfaces, so it depends on the surfaces, on different surfaces. So if we talk about regular brick masonry thing, so the the thickness is around 12 mm to 20 mm in the sand cement plaster, and like again it just depends on the surface, how the surface it is. So the undercoat of aura is generally 6 to 8 thick, and the final coat of the plaster is around true 2 thick. So that gives you an average to around like a 6 to 12 thick of the coat for the plaster. So again, there is like there's no issue if the coat exceed that limit. So there's no chance of cracking or shrinkage if the coat exceeds post like 12 also. So density of cement plaster is very high. So this increases the load on the construction on the building, and additional water curing is needed to attain the strength. So here it is lightweight, and it is very good for the buildings uh, that have been constructed these days with the ACC blocks and all. Like it supports very good, and like I have personally experienced that sand cement plaster isn't that successful on ACC blocks. So and I've completed many projects on where the architects and the builders have used our product on ACC blocks, and they're completely satisfied, and uh, they had a great response for the material because it's lightweight, and it reduces uh, you know the load on the construction. Moving forward, area recommendation can be used for both external and internal, and for here also, like it can be used external as well as internal swastika. Uh, we do not recommend making a water tank because it's not a water proof material, as sand cement plaster is also not waterproof. Like they both are water resistant to some extent, and we have our testings and like all the certifications done. So like I can share you all those details once this session is over. And ease of application is the mixture of sand cement is to be done on site in different ratios. So basically, uh, there is inappropriate ratio. So and that is generally being done by the unskilled labor on the site itself, and there's no accuracy in the mix itself. So that hampers the quality and the strength of the plaster. Yeah. So this comes again in a premix convenient handle bag. So the like each bag consists 25 kg of the material, and each bag covers around 22 square feet on an average on regular brick masonry. So that's a huge thing. Like if you can see, cost of the material comes around 15 to 16 rupees, just 15 to 16 rupees for per square feet, just for the material. And the application cost is around 20, like depending upon the project. So we have our contracting partners around in like they can execute the project in India and in Nepal, and like we have got our friends from Nepal as well. So yeah, so these contracting partners are very good for the um, for the execution of the project, and they are highly skilled. So any kind of designs or textures are possible with Aura Natural Wall Plaster, and they've like been doing this thing since a long time, so they're awesome. Yeah. So finish is yeah. So cost, I've already discussed that if we like just uh, calculate the labor, like it depends on the geographical location where are you based at. But if we talk like the average cost which comes for the labor and material, and this is the cost I've if you'll ask a contractor or like some construction firm, then he will just this is the minimum cost I've covered for the Aura Natural Wall Plaster and the and for sand cement plasters as well. So this minimum cost is where we can, this is the per square feet cost is around 30 to uh, 30 square feet for the labor and material of the sand cement plaster. So post application, you have to cure it with the water, and the cost of time also adds into it. And then post application, the additional cost of POP punning and putty is required to get the paint ready surface. And here in Aura, we don't even have to cure it, and we don't have to put any kind of POP punning or putty on top of the surface. So that saves this cost. So if we talk about the cost of labor and material, that's somehow like it is bit similar, but the additional cost of which comes post application in the sand cement plaster doesn't come in the Aura Natural Wall Plaster. So that saves the cost. And on a longer run, if we see, that's gonna save electricity, that's gonna save the energy, and that's gonna save your health. So yeah, so the cost is considerable here. Yeah. So the construction time, if we see, again, a sand cement plaster requires a total of 28 days to get paint ready surface, because we have to cure it, and we have to put this layers of putty and all. So that takes around 20 to 28 days to get the work done in a good way, in an effective way. With adequate initial and final setting time, Aura improves the surface workability and provides a ready to be painted surface within 7 days. So there's a huge difference in the time. So construction time. Curing is, if we see that around 2 lakh liters of water needed to cure just 1,000 square feet of sand cement plaster over a period of 21 days. Because if we see just 10 liters of the water has been wasted for the curing of sand cement plaster a day. So it goes around 2 lakh liters. So in Aura you can save this water, and you can be um natural thing. So bonding properties cannot be applied on smooth surfaces. Yeah. So the sand cement plaster have this drawback that it can't be applied, and it can't be applied in that manner in the smoother surfaces. But here, if you see, with its good bonding quality, Aura is can be applied on the smooth as well as rough surfaces. So flexural strength, we have the data of our tests. So if we see the termite strength and the flexural strength and the compressive strength of the material, it's far more better than the conventional sand cement plaster uh, that then the mix that's been used for the sand cement plaster, and finish is kind of rough and dull in the sand cement plaster, whereas if we talk about aura natural wall plaster, it it's smooth. Like if you want a smooth surface, you'll get it. If you want any kind of textured or design surface, you'll get it. So finish is the space looks quite beautiful and aesthetically beautiful and pleasing if we see the finish of aura natural wall plaster, because like you can see the cow dung particles and the clay particles in the mix, and like it looks quite aesthetically beautiful. So on-site wastage is very high, as you've all seen that the application thing of the sand cement plaster is slightly different from the application of aura. So in the sand cement plaster, they used to take it in a this thing, and they used to throw it on the wall, and then they plaster it. And in aura, like you can apply it with your own hands or with a trowel, so like it doesn't drop off, and like there's zero wastage in the application. Yeah. So moving forward to the benefits, so it is lightweight compared to any sand cement plaster. Aura does not increase the load on the building, and it like and ensure a longer durability for walls. Bright white appearance. So the final finishing of the material is natural white. So if we see the finish or the wall in the morning, so just because of the natural light, the color keeps on changing throughout the day. So yeah, so like it it looks quite beautiful if we just see the finishes. So environment conscious, yeah. So there's no need of sand in it. So that uh, obviously that saves riverbanks and other water bodies from degradation. So there's no curing needed. So that saves a lot of water. It is 100% eco-friendly, non-toxic, free of volatile organic compounds and other harmful ingredients that have been used in putties and like all those things. And it is a time saving and labor friendly process. So easy application is there because the like uh, the, the the mix is made with the mechanical mixture and all. So in like if we talk about the conventional sand cement plaster, then there are some labors on the site to mix it, and there are some to take it to the site or where the application has been done, and there and the final is the karigar who apply the sand cement plaster. But here in Aura, just a helper and one karigar can stretch a work up to 250 square feet a day, and they don't they don't even require extra helper or a labor in it. So that again saves the cost of the construction. High tensile and fractional strength, yeah, it's less prone to cracking and shrinking that I've already discussed. So it has a high green factor, creates less wastage because it can be recycled, and made using the natural gypsum rock that is dehydrated to produce a plaster powder. So Aura needs water alone to produce the plaster. So you don't require any kind of foreign ingredient or any kind of aggregate for this plastering composition, and the paste it can be converted into powder. And yeah, so low thermal conductivity is obviously it's there. excellent thermal insulation properties that helps in saving energy and power. Aura will keep space warm during the cold months and cool during the like comparatively cool during the summers. So I've personally experienced this, and many of our clients have experienced it. We have got our projects done in the like extreme conditions. We are based in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, so like you can imagine, the temperature goes around 50 degrees Celsius, and like to that extent. And we've also done our projects in Himachal and in Nepal and in Uttarakhand as well. So those areas are like high, like it's very cold, like colder there, and the temperature drops around -2, -3, -5 sometimes, or -6 sometimes, and those areas like so basically these like the application has been used since like in the extreme conditions, and we have experienced it, that the whole vibe of the places, like it gives you so pleasing, and it calms you down, it soothes you down, and also like it like the low thermal conductivity factor is there, so it provides a thermal comfort to the user. Yeah. Infestation resistant, so we blend it with some natural binders and some some ingredients that stops the fungal growth in the mix, and like it's been used, and let me tell you, it's very good for the area where there is dampness. So in my own home, there is a place where we have repainted uh, that that part of wall, and like within 2 or 3 months the paint started peeling off, and like all those things, what what we see in the like dampness affected area. So I've just scrapped the paint off, and I've just put this layer, 2 mm thick layer on that affected area, and it's been 3 years now. It's completely fine, and like it's completely good there. Yeah. So fire resistant is the factor here, because the gypsum is alone the fire resistant material. So if you can see, many of the like in the petroleum industry, and in many other spaces where there is a risk of fire, the coverings or the surroundings are used of gypsum plasters. So like it protects and it acts as a barrier to the fire. Ease of application is traditionally it's revered, and local ingredients provide a superior bonding properties, and it's applied in single coat on RCC ceiling. So yeah, it can be done on walls, on floors, and even on the ceilings as well. And you can create cornices, designs, and like ceiling designs using murga jali, and like all those things. It is completely uh, there for all those things. Prohibits rusting. Yeah, it does. Inhibits corrosion of electronic metal fittings that we see in the sand cement plaster. That the rusting thing is a major problem in the sand cement plaster. So it prohibits the rusting, and the like it just maintains the metal as it is. Metal, so any kind of metal lathing in aura will not corrode or rust, giving a long life to the surface. Level walls, again, provides a smooth finish for ceilings and walls, and it is design friendly, as I've told you. versatile in form. So like you can mold it to any um thing, and you can experience your creativity with the material. uh, and Aura supports all type of paints post application, though we do not recommend mixing like any kind of you know a foreign pigment or paint in the mix. But if you just have to give us like slightest of color tint, then you can add some natural based pigments to give it a color tint, and you can you know try it on your site or like wherever you wish to. And it's ideal for effects and textures experimentation. Yeah. No shrinkage is there. So shrinkage is one of the major problem in sand cement plaster, and like it's uncontrollable basically. So I've seen contractors and these construction firms putting a lot of effort so that there's no shrinkage can be seen with, like on the surface, but ultimately it just comes in some time, and that shrinkage ultimately leads to the cracking of the plaster. So it undergoes very little expansion and contraction. That's a good thing for it don't shrinks and cracks here. So less supervision is needed. Any sand cement plaster requires a lot of supervision to get the mix correct, to get the application correct, and then after also like you can see uh, you know uh, like very kind of uneven surfaces. So this aura uh, plaster, like when it comes to the application part, it doesn't require any kind of supervision, because uh, like uh, the masons or the workers who have been you know practicing on this thing, and they even do it with a special technique they call a line leveling. So in line leveling, they level the surface prior to the application, and they just don't throw the material just like the sand cement plaster. Like they make a base first, and they do that line leveling thing, and then they go for the final finishing, so that ultimately leads to a very good finished surface. Yeah.
Okay, coming on to the next question. For external plaster finishes, do we need to add any bonding agent to avoid water seepage?
And no, ma'am, nothing is needed. No bonding agent or any kind of material is needed uh, for the exterior or
Okay,
yeah, or for the interiors.
okay. On the same lines, guys, I would like to remind you, you can put up your questions in the chat. We will address all of them by the end of the session. So do put any queries, any questions on a particular slide, please let us know. Yeah, Divya, we'll go to the next slide.
Sure. Yeah, so these are the pictures from one of our sites in Jodhpur itself. And this is a private residence, and they wanted to make this in a natural way. So all of this property is ready now, and I don't have the pictures of the ready property. But yeah, I have these pictures. I have these pictures when project was going on. So there was this round wall, if you can see. Like now, if you like, this finish is slightly like uh, what I've experienced in so much, like in so many years, that now when I when I gone when I get back to bed. So it was this. I think this finish wasn't possible with the sand cement plaster because they have because the whole wall surface was round and it has to be done in a very accurate manner. So what these karigars they have done, they have set up a right angle and they've maintained the equal, this finishing thing. So wall ka kahin like from nowhere it is uneven, or like you can see uh, bumps on the surface. It like it was done a fantastic job by by the laborers here. These are some pictures of our side uh, in Jodhpur and from Nepal, and yeah, a timeless finish for beautiful homes and living spaces. So as more people come face to face with the grim reality that a growing demand for natural, organic alternatives options came to the fore, opening demands to for economically feasible and naturally beneficial alternatives for the purpose of plastering or finishing. And after years of conducting tests and experiments, practicing eco-friendly sourcing and manufacturing methods, Aura came to be born. And it's aesthetically pleasing, strong gypsum-based plaster, give you a healthy, breathable finish for your walls, floors, and ceilings. So we are based in Jodhpur, which is a home to a rich ecosystem of raw materials. The ingredients in Aura are naturally sturdy because they're born in the harshest of the environment to withstand the most inhuman conditions. So Aura was a promise, a desire to create the most sustainable and healthy plaster available in the Indian market today, uh, and a promise that's been fulfilled. Aura is 100% natural, offering high performance across all evaluating points. Aura helps in regulating relative humidity plus temperature, allowing buildings to breathe and absorb toxins, odors, and acoustics. This was, yeah. So this is the picture of one of our projects in Shivaya Mukteshwar. So it's a nature stay in Uttarakhand, Mukteshwar, and it's a heritage property. This property was built in 1953, I guess. Yeah, and so this property owner has turned this property into a nature stay, and now they are uh, welcoming welcoming their guest for a natural and healthy stay. So you can just check this out on our Instagram page as well. This is a commercial space in Jodhpur. Uh, so that they have applied natural paints on top of the surface. So it's, as you can see, it's very good. This is one of our pictures from the initial time. Yeah. So this is a farmhouse at Kakani, Jodhpur. So it's a nearby area in Jodhpur, and this is a kind of nature come farmhouse stay. Yeah. So this property um, is a 20 biga land, and they have the meditation hall and these nature stays and all, and they are quite happy with the like with the effects of the plaster, as it's very hot here in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, and the Kakani is based in some rural part of Jodhpur. So it's there's no plantations around and all. So that whole farm is very hot during the summers here. So they have personally experienced, and they have once called me that we're just enjoying our stay here at the farmhouse. So yeah.
The Vivir, it looks so good that it does not need any paint, definitely. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
the
ma'am.
finish itself is really nice.
Yeah, so this finishes like it it's a complete finish, a plain finish from the interiors, and on the exteriors we have given a hand texture that
Right.
yeah. So this is from one of our projects in Mandi, Himachal, and as you can see, it's been it's done
So
very
this
great.
is still under process, is it?
Yeah, 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 ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, I think one question before we go to the next slide. Plastering to historic monuments, please share details of it.
Historic monument, I haven't plastered on any historic monuments. But yeah, a lot of Havelis are here that that we are working on, and there's a Haveli, it's a Haveli is a historic.
I do think
Yeah,
the this person wanted to ask about heritage properties, if I'm not wrong.
heritage property. Yeah,
Yes, yes, right.
so the heritage properties are so what is the question here?
So basically, I think the participant want to ask us: is there when doing some heritage properties, is there any special care to be taken with the plaster or finishing of it, something like that? Since you've worked with a lot of heritage properties, or maybe around you, is there any special care you take apart from rest of the commercial or residential buildings?
No, ma'am. It it goes the same.
Okay, okay,
Heritage properties mean we just have to see that we don't spoil its
the
the
essence of the
yeah,
whole building.
yeah,
Yes,
the essence of
right,
the whole thing. So we don't do too too much of shosha. Like we just
right, right. Okay. Okay, guys, you can put up your questions in the chat. By the time I will tell you a little about the our app, we are at the end of the session. So we are at Arkihive. Basically, as I told you in the beginning, we are a material procuring platform, and this is just like a screenshot of what you can see on our app. So, for example, if you have to go for some trending materials, recently we did a event on Agrocrete. Soon we will have Aura Natural Plaster also onboarded here. So right now I have the screenshot of this where you can find our trending products, and then you can actually place a code directly from us with the quantity you need, with the size you need at any location. So this is what we are about. And apart from this, you will not just get you can not just buy, but also know, like, actually understand the product with us. You will have some information related to it. You will have some testings done, all of that, basically all information regarding to one material, and eventually buying it off. So everything on one platform. Hopefully you all I expect you all to please download this app on your Play Store. It's also available on iOS now. So do visit our app, and also you will get all the event updates just like today. We do a lot of events, and you will get all the updates also on our app. So yeah, and we will take up whatever questions now. You can add up to the questions. I think we have some questions, Divyveer. We'll go to the next slide.
sure.
By the time I take questions, these are our contact details of Aura as well as Arkihive. So you can reach out to Aura, also us, for all other materials. So please note the contact details by the time I take the questions for you guys. Okay. One question from Ranjit. How does Aura address the issue of gypsum-based plasters coming in contact with water?
Yeah, so I've already, said that please don't confuse it with the conventional or the general gypsum plaster, because we all know that gypsum is very bad for the areas there where there is a water seepage, or where there is water coming in contact with the plaster or with the material. So gypsum is just ingredient of this plaster. So we blend it with some natural binders as well, and some this cow dung and clay and all. So it provides a, a very strong and durable wall surface. So it doesn't uh, it it does not have any harm when it comes to contact in water, because we have done our projects where there is 6 months the property remains in snow. So those properties, those buildings, they face snow, heavy rainfalls in Himachal and in Uttarakhand, and like uh, all their places, and in Nepal as well. So like the response has been completely good, and like there's no harm in the plaster when it comes in contact with the direct water. Yeah.
I think there's one more question from Asavari on gypsum plaster. That is it similar with POP? She says that because POP isn't termed as a green material, so is gypsum plaster synonymous with POP?
Generally, POP is what we see in the market is a POP, mm, that's been derived from the chemically processed gypsum, and um, it's like we have, like as I've told you, that we source our gypsum uh, directly. Uh, the gypsum we source is 100% natural.
Natural, yes,
So
correct.
yeah. So like it is a bit sustainable as well. And when we use cow dung, clay, and like all those things, so it makes it very like a sustainable product that's there in the market. And yeah.
Okay. Okay. Two questions from Albert. One is, are there any limitations or disadvantages? I think limitations is the right word. Limitations of aura.
Limitations of aura is what I can say is you can't we don't recommend it using in like for making a water tank or something like that, because
Yes, I think you mentioned that
yeah,
previously. Yes.
yeah. So this is the only limitation as of now I can see. And uh,
Okay.
what was the question? Like, what was the extended question of this?
Okay. The next question is testing of aura done as per IS code procedures. If yes, please tell the codes. So I'm not sure of the codes, but yeah, we do want to know the testing of aura.
Yeah, so testing of aura has been done in some labs, and we've been constantly working uh, in enhancing the quality, and like it's been already 4 years we are in the market. So we have been constantly testing and enhancing the products, um, um, this quality and all. And
Okay.
yeah, so we have got two license, which is ISO uh, 9001, which is a quality assurance and management license, and in which they come on a regular and in a constant, like a frequent this you know they 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 just come for a this thing to ensure the quality is being maintained or not. And then we have the other uh, s- this certification as well of environmental management system, is ISO 14001. And so yeah,
Okay. Okay.
testings
That's
and
great to
all the
know.
certification work is being done.
All right. Next question from Sharayu. Can a laborer who has only worked with sand, cement, plaster be able to transfer their skills and work with aura plaster?
Yes, ma'am. Like it's not a rocket science to work with or a natural wall plaster, but like like he like must have required like a basic knowledge of the blend, like how thick a blend should be, and you know the basic knowledge of the
Yeah, like the consistency
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
okay.
exactly. So once he see the procedure, like how it's been done and how it is being done, so I, I think a experienced sand cement mason or the labor like or the karigar, he can easily do it.
Okay,
No
okay.
problem. Yeah.
Okay, Dan wants to know what is the cost of one bag. Can you
Yeah.
repeat it? Yeah.
Yeah. So, ma'am, one bag is as of now the MRP is 499 for one bag, and this 499 is for the end user, and we just dispose it off on the factory rate of 350 to 370, including GST. So depending on the orders and all. So
Okay.
so like you can take around 350 to 370 on an average, and it 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 contains the GST this thing also. So it
Okay. And
includes the GST
on the
cost.
same lines, can this be bought in like pan India, or are you providing it in particular city or area right now?
Sorry, ma'am.
Can we buy this product pan India? Like, can we buy it from in anywhere from India?
Yeah,
From
yeah, ma'am. Yeah,
Are
ma'am.
you delivering
Complete.
that? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we have got a transportation partners as well,
Okay.
and like we have a, a very big transportation this setup here in Jodhpur. So yeah, so like we can transport it to anywhere in India and like anywhere
Okay.
around the globe. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next question. Can the color be altered with addition of pigment since it is white in color?
Yeah, ma'am. Like as I've already told that we don't recommend it to mix too much of like any kind of foreign ingredient. But if you want to try it, then like you can add some powder-based pigment just to give a slightest of color tint. So we don't recommend it using too much of like if you want a red wall or like something.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So we don't recommend that, and like any kind of color can be applied post application of the plaster. So so I guess that's more good
Okay.
for the
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
So
because
I
that
think that
doesn't hampers the
answers
quality.
that answers the next question of Albert also. So he's asking about the painting. Is painting a must over aura, and won't the paints affect the breathability? He also
uh,
is asking, are there any particular paints you suggest so that it does not affect the breathability?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So, yeah, if you are using any petroleum paint or the emulsion paint, just like Berger or this Asian paint and all, so this will definitely gonna affect the breathability of the plaster. And what I suggest is you can use just this. Uh, like this clay based or the natural this pigment powder pigment based colors on top of it, or you can just leave it as it is because like as I've told you it requires no paint on top of the surface, so you can leave it as it is and it looks very good.
Yes, yes, definitely. Okay, moving on to the next one. Can it be used on hollow clay block which has undulated surface?
Hollow clay block, I didn't like I couldn't relate
Uh, okay,
clear.
this question is from MS. The name is not clear. Do you want to unmute and ask the question? We'll take on the next question till then from the same person. Maybe you can just unmute and ask the question. This person is asking how long has this product been in the market?
It's been 4 years now.
4 years, yeah. Okay. So you can please MS, the person named MS, please unmute and ask your question till the time I take the next question. Can aura plaster be used on stone masonry work?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, like in Jodhpur, we generally have stone masonry. Yeah, so like it's very good on the stone masonry walls.
Okay.
It can be done easily. Yeah.
Few more questions. Can aura be used inside bathroom? Basically, I think the wet areas.
Yeah, wet areas. So yeah, it can be used. Like because generally no one use like in my own bathroom I've used aura, but just above 4 feet. So like around 4 to 5 feet, there's a work of tile, and then we can like play with the textures and patterns on top of that. Because
Right.
even the sand cement plaster or any plaster, if you'll see on a longer run, that is not successful in the wet areas and even in the bathrooms. So uh,
Okay. Okay.
so yeah, so that like that's why we put tiles and like the surfaces like tiles in the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question is shelf life of aura.
Yeah, so the shelf life of aura is around 3 years. So there's not of there's not a issue in storing it. All you need to take care of is it should not come in contact with water. Yes, that's it.
All right. I hope that answers your question. Next one, how to calculate how many bags will be required as per the surface square feet.
Yeah, so it depends on the surface again. If we talk about the regular brick masonry, then one bag that covers around 22 square feet on an average. And if we talk about stone masonry, then one bag covers around 22 to 24 square feet on an average. And if we talk about ACC blocks, then it like covers around 40 square feet on the ACC blocks. So, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Zadi.
Can we nail the aura surface just like cement plaster? Can we do
Yeah,
nailing?
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely. Right. Yeah.
Easily, man.
Okay. Okay. This person MS is saying hollow clay brick as in porotherm bricks. So his question. Let me go back.
Um, like we don't have those bricks here. Like if I
Okay.
can see the picture of it or like something like that, I can probably.
Okay. Maybe I've shared the contact details on the screen. You guys can reach out to
Yeah,
him personally for maybe some questions,
sure, sure.
and I'm sure he will definitely reach out to you guys. Any more questions, guys? I think we've exhausted all the questions for now. I can wait for more like 5 minutes. If you guys have anything to say, any questions, please. You can also unmute and probably ask.
Thank you, Mr. Albert Abraham.
Let me tell you a little more about the Arkihive website, guys. So we will do many more such events on more sustainable materials and products. So all of that you will get the updates on our Instagram handle. So I've given the Instagram handle. Please go ahead and follow us. So
It's
you will
two
have
is to
all of
one.
the updates. Okay, yeah, Harshad has a
What a,
question.
yeah, mixing proportion of water in
Water,
aura
yeah.
plaster, it's 2 is to 1
Okay,
generally. So the two plaster, like two parts of plaster and one part of aura, because we have to make a thick paste out of that, and that's for the base coat. And obviously the finish coat contains higher this water content in it, because we have to give it a smooth finish. So yeah, so mixing of water is not a big thing to worry upon. And like once you'll able to understand the consistency, like how it should be, so like it's not a big deal. So it's basically 2:1. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Any more?
60% of if you can say like 60% of the material and 40% of water. Yeah.
Okay, I hope that answers your question. Any more questions, guys? Okay, I think we have answered all the questions, Divyavir. Thank you so much for joining. Divyavir, thank you especially to you for giving us your time and so much information about Aura. I definitely look forward to having this product on Arkihive. And thank you again. Thank you all the audience as well for being so active and so
Thank
much
you all of you, and
present.
thank
Yes.
you
Thank you, guys.
for this platform, Archive platform,
Thank you. Thank
to
you,
be here.
Divyavir.
Yeah.